Hey y'all, this is Jessica from Casa Magnolia, and today I am here to share with you 5 of my favorite tips to help your home sell fast. So first I should tell you I am not a realtor, but I have sold a couple of my own homes in the past and we've had really good luck with it. So I wanted to share a couple of things that I have learned from putting my own home on the market, and I hope they will help you too. So first I just want to say that every home is different, every market is different, and those markets can change on a day-to-day basis. So some of you may be thinking, I don't need these tips. I can throw pictures of my house up online and have dirty underwear in the picture and dirty dishes in the sink and have a bidding war over my house. But then some of you really have to work harder to get your house sold for the price that you need. So I hope these tips will help some of you out there, and let's get started. First tip is a freebie. It's not part of the 5, but it goes without saying, get yourself a really good realtor. And that should be a realtor that's going to be completely honest with you whether you like it or not. You want somebody that's going to be ruthless about, hey, you need to move this couch over here, or you need to take that off the wall, or hey, you really need to shampoo your carpets. That's the person that's going to help you get the most bang for your buck. In addition to that, when you're looking for a house to buy, I don't care if it is your forever home, there's always a chance that you could have to move and sell that home. So you want a realtor that's going to help you say, hey, when you go to resell this house, that's going to be a problem. So you need to think now, how am I going to be able to fix that? Am I going to be able to fix that? Am I going to be able to afford to fix that? Or how can I hide it so that it looks okay if I had to sell my house? Thinking about those things beforehand and deciding, hey, is this really the right home for me, makes it a lot easier if you do find yourself in the position of having to sell your home quickly. And a good realtor should definitely be honest with you about those things when you're looking to buy a home. So the first tip is the one you all know, you knew it was coming, is to declutter and depersonalize. Now, you've heard the rule, I'm sure, of taking 30% of your decor away when your home is on the market, and that's a good place to start. Another good rule is to only have 2 appliances out on your countertop in your kitchen. That just really helps with maximizing the visible workspace and photos of your kitchen. So what I like to do is go around the whole entire house and take pictures of each room. These aren't going to be the pictures that are for your listing online. Sometimes things look perfect in real life, but in photos they can look a little bit cluttered. And we want to keep in mind that this is not a Better Homes and Gardens spread here. It's to sell your house, not your decorations. So going through and taking pictures of your home is really going to give you a different viewpoint of how your house is going to look when it does go on the market. It's at this point too that we are making sure that we depersonalize the home, and that includes, but is not limited to, your kids' artwork on the fridge, your husband's bowling trophy, or pictures of your family sitting all around, as beautiful as you are. In our last home, we had a big gallery wall going up our stairs of pictures of all of our family, and I didn't want to take that down when we put our house for sale because then I would have a big empty wall that just didn't look right in pictures. So I went to Hobby Lobby and found this booklet of general art and sayings. It came with all different sizes to go in different size frames for your gallery wall, and I just traded out some of my pictures for stuff that was a little bit more, 1, color neutral, and 2, depersonalized for the person looking at my home. So the next step is to fix any flaws. So what I like to do here is go around with a pack of Post-its, and we put them all over the house. Anytime you see a nail hole that needs to be filled, a scuff in the paint, something that needs to be cleaned or fixed, put your Post-it there. And I would encourage you to enlist the help of your family and friends to go around and just Post-it note the crap out of your house and make sure those things that you may not notice on a day-to-day basis are getting fixed. So after you've decluttered and you've identified and fixed the problem areas of your house, we want to make sure that it's nice and clean for buyers to walk through. The biggest thing I think is to shampoo your carpets. And carpets can harbor so much smell, so that is like number 1 with fixing a smell in your house. I also had a realtor that swore by pouring a little bit of Purple Fabuloso in the toilet bowl right before showing a house. Just gave it that really nice clean smell that wasn't overpowering, but you definitely want your house to smell nice when people are walking through it. I will try and find and link some of my favorite fragrances down below for houses that are on the market. I like using Gain because it always smells fresh and clean to me. I've also used the Body Shop tobacco flower oil in some of my Scentsy pots, and I just filled the wax part up with water and put some drops of the oil in there to start burning and warming up. It's a really nice smell that isn't too strong or identifiable, but it just makes your house smell very welcoming. So the next step is to stage your home. What I notice most in pictures of home listings, and this just bugs the crap out of me, is when people have all of their furniture along the outside walls of a room. I see this a lot in kids' rooms where they have a little twin-size bed pushed up in the corner of the room so their kids can play with puzzles or Legos or whatever in the middle of their room, and that is perfect for when you're living in your home. But when you're putting your house on the market, you have to remember that it's either your home or a sold home. One of the problems with this is that when your bed is in the corner of the wall, it makes the floor space look smaller. It tricks the eye into seeming that the room is smaller because it's ending at the edge of the bed instead of at the edge of the wall. So we want to move that bed out, center it on one of the walls, and make those rooms look bigger. This is the same thing in living rooms. I feel like I see your TV on one wall, your couch on another wall, and your love seat on another wall, and everybody's just facing around the TV on the edges of the walls. And I mean, maybe you're a professional tap dancer and you need to practice in the middle of your living room every night, and that is fine. But when we have our house on the market, we want to pull those away at the very least 8 to 12 inches from the wall and make a conversation seat. You'll see here I made a before and after of a living room arrangement. And when you have that smaller conversation area, it one, gives it a cozier vibe, and two, again, makes the room look larger because you can walk around the outside of the furniture. The other thing you need to think about when staging is to give each room a purpose. It doesn't have to be the purpose that was necessarily meant for that room. Maybe you have a formal dining room that you don't ever use a formal dining room, you don't have a formal dining room set, but you do have a beautiful desk in there and you can have it staged as your home office. Maybe you have just an awkward little nook off your kitchen or living room. You could go ahead and set that up with some pencils and notebooks on a little table, have some little alphabet flashcards, and boom, then it's a homework station. Some people leave an area empty when they don't really know what to do with it because then they think, oh, well, the next person can do whatever they want with it. But having something there already gives the mind a jumping off point for what you would use it for in your home. You want to make sure that every space is used to its full potential as best you can so that your buyers can visualize that for themselves. And my last tip is for when you show your house, and that is to make a highlight sheet. This is something that I just type up on my computer. I like to title it Welcome to Your New Home. And this is where I just type up a couple of things that I want to remind the people looking at my home about what is so special about my home. So it's okay if these are things that are already on your MLS listing, or it could be things that really didn't translate well when they were typed up on the MLS listing, but it's important to remember that people could be looking at a dozen houses in one day. I know I did, and I got very confused about which house was which. And I just think that it's another way to remind people, oh yeah, that was that house. Or, hey, we just walked through here and I didn't notice that those tiles were 18-inch tiles instead of 12-inch tiles. That's really nice. I'll give you another prime example. In our last home in Arizona, my husband built custom shelving in our garage above the garage door, which was really important because the houses in Tucson didn't have attics. But I was kind of afraid that even though our realtor had it listed on the listing, that people would just peek out into the garage and they wouldn't see those shelves up there because they were way up high above the garage door. I wanted to make sure and remind them of it before they left so that they could fully appreciate how much extra storage it gave them. So let's recap those tips right now. The first is to go around and take pictures of each room so that you can better declutter and depersonalize for your home and photos. 2, put post-it notes on every flaw that needs to be fixed in your home before you list it on the market. 3, do a deep clean of your house, including those carpets, so there's no smells when people come to see your home. 4, make sure you're staging your home to look its best by pulling furniture away from the walls and giving each room a purpose. And finally, make sure you remind buyers how special your home is by typing up a simple highlight sheet to put on your kitchen countertops during showings. If you have any questions about the tips I just gave you, feel free to leave me a comment down below. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up so I know that you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my other decorating, organizing, DIY, and mommy videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.